Yo everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to my games during week 13 of the Geoguessr World League. I was against Consus and Flyme today, or not today, but this week. Yeah, we'll be watching those games today, I should say. And anyway, let's get into the games. Obviously Consus was the league leader in points per game, I think, going into this week, so was not the most favorable matchup, for sure, but yeah. Round one starting off in Nigeria. I don't know if he found info, but I did not. I just got like into Shikam and then like it just kept like moving me backwards and like traveling into like somewhere else that it wasn't a second ago. Like I don't know. I just got lost in the sauce. But yeah, does he have did he see something that said Benin? Wait. I think he just region guessed it to be Benin, unless he sees something there, but I can't tell on my screen anyway. But I guess he just goes Benin. Yeah, probably should have not guessed where I did, but I was hedging absolutely everything. But yeah, only a few hundred points there, 600. But that was fine. Then of course it wouldn't be a game against Consus if I didn't get Indonesia, and he sees a Kabu pattern instantaneously. Yeah, I did not see a Kabu pattern instantaneously. I was initially starting off in Sumatra, but then some of the roofs looked suspiciously Sula. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll go Sula. um, yeah, I lost a little bit of points there. Yeah, so down to 400. Multi-merchants are always possible though, of course, so you know. Next round here was a Chile round, and we had the mix of vegetation that I'd associate with a valley where it's very dry, but it's still somewhat green, and there's some cacti and stuff, rather than Max North where it's completely dry. But yeah. I think I don't know if there was anything useful on that sign that I saw, but there probably was, but I didn't recognize it. And yeah, I'm zooming into south of a valley here, near Illapel. And then I find a sign last second, which I attempt to go towards, and then I see it says Vicuna, so then I switch to Vicuna with a millisecond left, and I think that saved me from dying. I think I would have lost 400, but maybe I would have survived slightly, but yeah, we take those anyway. Good switch. Then we get Colombia here. I couldn't read that one. But in hindsight, I think that said the city name, but I wasn't confident enough in being able to read it. This is kind of an unfortunate round. So that vehicle said Bogota on it, which usually you don't trust Bogota, on things. And then he gets like a full address. Okay, he gets he gets the province and he gets the town name, which was Socorro. And I get this. Was that what I think it was? Wait. So the truck there I saw, it said what's it called? It said the city, Fasatana or whatever it's called. Wait, what is it called? Fasatativa. Yeah, that's what it said. Oh, that is lagging extremely. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, that's where I guessed then. It didn't really make sense with the mountains and stuff, but yeah, the Bogota plus that, I was like, okay, surely we're close to them. But we were not. But yeah, he got a very nice address sign, which I feel like I don't see many of those in Kola, like the level of address he had. But yeah, I usually just go for taxis, which lie. And then of course, we get not Indonesia, but looks like it for a second. So this was annoying because I thought it was Sarawak, but we had a black sticker, and I know Sarawak has black stickers now, but I thought from the angle it was still going to be a mainland sticker. Whatever the angle made me do, but it definitely looked like Sarawak. So yeah, the angle kind of messed me up because I couldn't tell. But he 5 get anyway, so but could have saved myself 2,800 points there, of course. But yeah. Then we get a Mexico round, coast east. Didn't feel too Yucatan to me, and the angle would be a little bit off for Quintana Roo anyway. But yeah, he briefly looks at it and then realizes the angle makes no sense. So yeah. But yeah, we're both just lining it up. But yeah, it's gonna be hard to find this because there's gonna be a bunch of white roads on the coast, I would say. But like, yeah, I knew it lined up decently, so what ends up being is kind of interesting actually, because like it ends up being at a place where there's land across the way, but you can't see the land. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's fake land, I'm not sure. But yeah, built multis, so I was happy with that. Then we get a Brazil round. And we had a sign here, but it's like, yeah, the place in hindsight was findable. I'll just show you where the place is while I scan and don't find it. The place was this place here, Araquara, which is kind of findable, but I just zoomed in on too big of a zoom level, I think, to find it. So yeah, oh, it's right there in the middle of my screen, but I'm more zoomed in than this, so yeah, it just doesn't show properly. Yeah, we have to go Sao Paulo because yeah, round pole plus generic urban made it look like Sao Paulo. Wait, no, it wasn't that. Wait, what? Yeah, it's like there's no way I missed it that easily. But what was the place? Because it sounded like that. No. What? Huh? Wait, where are we? Southwest of Botucatu, which is here. Was it this, which looks similar to that? I don't know. Wait, no. Huh? Where was the place? Wait, I'm so Huh? We're south of the 374, which is where? Here. Wait, what? Huh? Was it this? I don't know. Anyway, misremembered what I said. Did I have another arrow round? I don't know. Maybe I had that recently. But it was a different one. But yeah, this was Malaysia. Was slightly scared of Sabah on this round, but I preferred mainland. The strength 3 on the main road is kind of rare for mainland, I feel. So definitely was considering Sabah or Sarawak more. But definitely looked more like mainland. So, yeah. And then yeah, he's like 5Ks. I mean, to be fair, yeah, I think there's not many Gen 3 roads left, so he might just have gotten this one at some stage, so was familiar with it. But yeah, it was a very nice guess from him. I probably shouldn't be sending a yellow road with Gen 3, but it could have been Pano ID, I guess, but probably not. There's not too many Pano IDs in this map, I'd like to say, but I'm not sure. Okay, then we get Germany, which I am very, very, very bad at. Like I was aware that the buildings to our west looked western or northern Germany, but then like this one grey building southeast of us looked eastern Germany. So then I just clicked middle, but everything else looked not everything else, but a lot of it felt western. But yeah, he's definitely better at Germany than me. I don't think he had info, but he just yeah, is just the goat. So but yeah, you can see I go middle. Yeah, I end up clicking in castle just in case it is castle. May as well click inside it. But yeah, it is Essen. Maybe he knew the street sign or something, but actually it wasn't Essen. It was like there's like a side street to Essen. What was it? It was yeah, Gelsenkirchen. Yeah, never heard of that in my life, but yeah. Then this round was the USA round, which I'm happy to get a USA when I'm down 3.5x because I can definitely get points on it. Especially when it's a hard round like this, not as if we have like a New York license plate and then I lose to a New York region guess. It's all about just, vibing the trees. And yeah, that's what I attempted to do. I'm overcooking by zooming into lakes in Iowa because I see a lake to my west. I'm like, surely I can just find the 5K. But yeah, I did not find the 5K, spoiler alert. But yeah, the guess ended up being very, very good. Yeah, I was kind of like 38 kilometers away on that. I feel like it's very impressive. And just like that, with the power of multipliers, we're almost in the lead. And then we get flip in Indonesia. And yeah, I initially thought it was like Sumatra somewhere. But I guess the pole was Cali. For some reason, I thought Sukumara was in North Sumatra. And I was like looking at the poles and I was like, probably not. And I'm like, is it in Central Cali? And then I remember it's in Central Cali. But like I'm like, yeah. If he intercent, this round was Joker for me. But I guess he assumed I knew it, or at least I guess he assumed I either knew it or wouldn't benefit from getting more time. But no, I did benefit from getting more time. So yeah, there's Super Mario there. Yeah, 248. If he 5K'd, I might have lost that. Yeah, I probably do. But it's fine. You get India, and it just says Patna, so I have to send Patna. Like it's kind of okay. I just saw it there, like looking at his face, like when he sees Patna, he's like, "Where is Patna?" Oh, it's kind of funny because yeah, I mean, I've definitely done that before, especially with Indian cities. Like, I would like it'd be a massive city, but I would just completely like I've heard of it, but I have no idea where to look for it. And India's so big that it's very hard to find. Um, so I think that's what his face represented. And he goes Mumbai, and yeah, happens. I've definitely done the same. So, but we do take the win. They're crazy multi merchant, but yeah, it's we take those. And then in at the NMPZ game, it was an interesting round one. I was immediately thinking of Russia, especially because the copyright was in 2016. But I also thought it just looked like Donetsk, and I couldn't place it in Russia at all. Well, I had like two thoughts in Russia. It was either Caucasus, like Pyatigorsk hills, or because like it's slightly off of our screen here, but there's a hill here. It looks more like a Pyatigorsk hill than this. Like we can see a little bit more here. But yeah, I was between Pyatigorsk and Orsk, as you can see here. But yeah, I was probably gonna never switch because yeah, I just couldn't fully place it. Like it felt like it could have been the two, but yeah, I was willing to go Donetsk, and I guess the Russian knowledge pays off in knowing when it's not Russia. So even though it looks quite Russian. But yeah, unfortunate with the multis here. 1700 round one, you never like to see it. But to be fair, we wouldn't even be in an NPZ if I didn't multi merchant him in game two. So yeah, almost instant sent to Zords on this. But we're driving left. But yeah, it happens. Like it low-key looks like Portugal, no? Like I don't know, maybe I'm coping. But yeah, then we both just clicked the exact same spot. It was kind of funny. Downtown Glen Hope. Yeah. So we had to do the cheeky wave. Did it show that I waved? Okay. My character waved, but it didn't show the wave. Okay. Like it did for him. I don't know. Interesting bug. But yeah, next round was Oman. I was very scared of what's it called? Sokat. What's the southern? Wait, what? I'm actually so bad with city names. It's insane. Sokat. Solala. Wait. No, that's so hard. Where am I getting the cat from? I don't know. Solala. That's the one anyway. But like, because Solala has a north-south angle, right? But we just couldn't see mountains north of us, so I was like, surely not. But like that north-south angle is kind of rare. Because if we zoom in, Solala, right? It's like, yeah, there's a lot of north-south grid, right? But if you go to, let me just pause this. If you go to Muscat, it's like, you know, not much at all. But there was some, and that's how we clicked the exact same place. Like if you see, if you see where we clicked, right? If you go to Muscat label, we both clicked to this grid because it was like the only thing that lined up, in all of Muscat. But yeah, I guess this as well. But like yeah, like west of Muscat was the only thing that was kind of lining up. But it was actually over here. What? How is it here? Huh? What? Wait, what? Huh? Is it this road? Is that that's like the only road it could have been, no? Um, I don't know. Don't know how it's there, but looks like it's somewhere over there anyway. Yeah, it's like two roads. I don't know. Satellite. I guess it could have been that. Yeah, not this though. Anyway, we got a USA round. I kind of just tried to put on the pressure by sending Wyoming. But I probably should have thought more about the region guess within Wyoming because I was like, this is so Wyoming, but I probably should have thought about the region guess more. But I just tried to put on the pressure, which did not work because he cooked the region guess within Wyoming. Yeah, I guess I probably should click Southwest there. But it's fine. But even game now, to the sheer power of multipliers. Let me get Argentina. This I'm kind of annoyed about because I kind of just full sent, but I don't know why I full sent. If you get me. Like, I absolutely full sent Southern BA because I saw something that kind of lined up, and I was like, maybe this is Gen 3. But I was like the thing about this one is like, it kind of looked like Cordoba to me, but I was like, surely it wouldn't be Gen 3 in Cordoba, and I think he hedges BA in Cordoba, by going where he goes. But yeah, lost a lot of points to that. Didn't lose, but yeah, I probably should have not sent where I sent it, but it's fine. Then we get a Turkey round, and yeah, I'm a little bit like all over the place in this round, but I thought I was going to just be somewhere north near Bolu, but I wasn't certain. He is looking to be thinking somewhat similarly, but I was also thinking this could definitely be way more east, but I thought west was just a lot more logical. But yeah, we both go for basically the exact same guess, but I am slightly closer, so we do 300. And then next round is a Brazil round. And yeah, for some reason we both go Espirito. I thought it was a kind of a hard Espirito, and I wasn't sure if he'd send it. And I wasn't sure if I'd be right. Because like I don't know, I feel like Rio's default almost, but yeah, we both go Espirito, which worked out nicely for us. Because it is I maybe should have clicked slightly more west because of how hilly it was, but it's fine. Only 350. And then, is this the round I think it is? Yeah. So this round, I should have intercepted in hindsight because it's not easy at all. And if you look at where he zooms in on the map, he's in Brazil. So if I intercept, does he just go Brazil? Because I'm pretty confident it's Kenya, but I have no clue where. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I should have sent quicker though, I think. Because like he switches with, yeah, he's not sure at all. And he like space box label, or no, he zooms in a bit. But yeah, and then I lose. But yeah, maybe if I instant he doesn't get to Kenya, but you know, I was happy enough to get one game off of him because the no move was a crazy merchant. Although if flipping Indonesia didn't exist, the moving game could have went differently. And then I'm listening to my Gracie Abrams. And yeah, always gonna be hard to beat Consus, but it was good to take one off of him. And then we start off in North America against Flyme. Immediately I thought it was a SAS plate. But then I saw the mountains, I was like, yeah, okay, this is not Sask. And then, yeah, it also looks kind of dry in hindsight, or like a different kind of dryness than you would get in Sask. And then, yeah. And then phone code, I don't know if but he instantly clicks where the phone code is. Right, wait. Yeah, he's instantly in the correct phone code, but then he doesn't end up sending there. So maybe, I don't know. He like moved further and further west, but he had the phone code, and I don't know. But yeah, we had I thought the mountains west made a lot of sense for Colorado. And yeah, Indonesia here. Never like to see it, but we had oil palms plus tiled roofs while I'm looking at smoking out. So oil palms plus tiled roof, so I was like, okay, it's gonna be South Sumatra probably. And then last second here, I get something saying Sumsel, which is Sumatra Selatan, which is Southern Sumatra. So yeah, he got the copy pattern, but didn't matter too much because yeah, I'm in the States. And next round, I changed the volume. I mean, it's muted anyway, but misclick. Solo here. Oh, this round annoyed me because I got something on a car. This taxi here. Los Patios. And I zoom into where it was. Which is here north of Cucuta. Like I zoom in here. I just don't see Los Patios. I want to look for it now. Nothing else happens until the end of the run anyway, because neither of us find anything. But Los Patios, like, I don't know how I didn't find it. Let me just, no, that's the wrong one. Let me pause this. Los Patios. Sorry for the crazy yap, but yeah, this is part of Santander. Los Patios. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Maybe it's not here, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could Google it later, but I did not see it, and it was kind of annoying because I was like, I liked this region guess a lot, which is why I was into it looking for it. But yeah, I did not find it, so I ended up clicking middle. And then you can see my face. I'm like confused as to how I missed it because yeah, I don't know how I missed it. But yeah, it's like I don't know. I think it said left patios anyway, but maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, next round was a Mexico round. Yeah, we had the fakest place names of all time on this round, I remember. But we both had something saying Tabasco, so it was a pretty minimal damage round. I assume he had the same thing I had, but we both just looked at the same place in Tabasco. Yeah, so I had this, and I started looking for the places. Yeah, he's the exact same sign. But the places don't exist. I think he just sent middle of Tabasco, even though there's 15 seconds left, he probably shouldn't be, but it's fine. Doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, the places just straight up do not exist. Like, I looked for them afterwards, they don't exist. But maybe I should Google them as well, unless I'm just absolutely blind. But you can see they don't show up at the same level anyway, right? Maybe they have slightly different place names, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, next round was Guatemala. Looks pretty urban. So I was probably just thinking Guatemala City or Quetzaltenango. So it can't be too many points, and then we got divided road. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's the road in between them, because there's a few towns around along that road. So yeah. And then yeah, I was looking for place names, but I don't think there's anything useful on that. Maybe there is. I was in Honduras there for a second. It appears. But he goes down to Guatemala. No, yeah, no, I remember what happened here. We both go to Maltenango, which is like slightly hedging for Quetzaltenango, but it's also like, yeah, closer to Guatemala City, which was more likely, I guess. But yeah. And then this round, I love Russia. I don't like Russia when I'm in the lead though. So I accidentally zoom in south. But I don't know. Like, something happened in this round. There's definitely an incident. I look here east. I'm like, what am I looking at? What are these hills? I've just never seen these hills before. So I'm just looking like I'm just trying to like region guess it. Because wait, did I see something that I think I saw? This green sign is very, and that's okay. Sorry, it's on a building. Thought it was a different green sign. But yeah, I move up to Samara here. I'm like, okay, is it just Caesaraan hills? Because I'm hoping, but there are some very similar hills in Caesaraan. And then, oh, that's my most frustrating guess of the tournament. Oh, yeah, if we go to where the lock was, there's like some random hills in. I probably should have seen this time before, but it was Vinogradnoye. It was like these hills, I think. Or maybe it was these hills. I'm not sure. But it was like these hills here, which I hadn't seen before. And I didn't see these hills south of us. They were probably on my screen, but I just didn't see them. But when I saw these hills and nothing else, I was like, how are we south? Because, you know, like, it wasn't Piatigorsk with the coverage. And I didn't see these hills. I only saw these hills. So I'm like, we're not in Dagestan because these hills are never Dagestan. And we don't see these hills. So then I just couldn't, like, it's like I couldn't place where it would be in the south. So I sent Samara in a panic. But yeah, I sent like Caesaraan, which has these hills here. You can see them. I thought these would be the Caesaraan hills in this area with the spring coverage, but it unfortunately was not. Although yeah, I guess I probably should line these up like if the hills aren't north. I guess it could have been this road as well. This road has coverage, but and this road has coverage as well. And this is a very cool road, I think, if I'm remembering that correctly. But yeah, big throw for me. Yeah, he's confused. He probably was not expecting to win on a Russia round. But yeah, it happens anyway. We will get to no move. But yeah, it was a bit unfortunate because the what's it called, the Colorado with the same multipliers might have won me the game, maybe if you add like a tiny bit more points. But especially if the Colo place name doesn't lie to me. But yeah, Croatia here. Wasn't sure of the country, but Poles were Croatia, or Poles were Croatia or something else. Like Croatia, Czechoslovakia with the Pole probably. But yeah, figured Croatia made the most sense. But yeah, no points there. And then we get an Australia round. And yeah, like this black card coverage in Australia is kind of tricky. I mean, maybe I should have used like the niceness of the road to know it was like I can be a main highway. So I go on like a main road, but I don't think the long reach road looks this nice. But like not like I mean the angle is diabolical for absolutely everything. Like there's very few places with this angle that makes sense, but like you'll see where it is. Because it looks like Queensland, but the angle is like very weird for Queensland, and yeah, it's even weirder for where it ends up being. Like a straight northeast angle. Like I have something that kind of lines up, I guess, but yeah, I wasn't too confident that it would be this road, but I just wanted to click something that lined up anyway. Yeah, you can see it's actually NT on the border. So if we go here, it's like this angle here. It's like the only steep angle here at all. And like, you know, it's never gonna be anywhere else on this road. And it looks so Queensland that's like, yeah, it's literally only this stretch, like, which I haven't really seen that angle before. So I guess I kind of ignored it, even though it looked like somewhere out here. Like nothing, like actually nothing on a main road lines up. Every road in Queensland is like northwest for the most part, or like most of the main roads, like the A2, the A7, and the A5 is straight west. So, yeah, the northeast angle is a bit diabolical. I mean, this road probably doesn't look like this. I mean, I guess I can check on satellite, can I? It doesn't look the best, does it? Maybe it's better in places, but yeah, I don't know. Also looked at this road, which I thought would be even worse quality. And yeah, we've got no middle road lines on this one, unless they're just not showing up on satellite, but they usually do. But yeah, I mean, gettable. Like it definitely like makes sense in hindsight to look like there. But it's just hard to think of with the angle, I feel. And then we have a USA round. We have no front plate, but it looks quite northern. So I was like, surely to go Pennsylvania then, because yeah, northernmost states other than Michigan, I guess, which wouldn't be yeah, feels eastern plus no front plate equals like Pennsylvania probably. And then he had just slightly, but he was initially in Pennsylvania as well. He also stays in Pennsylvania, but a bit further south. And yeah, we take those points. And then we get into a Brazil round. Very interesting lock. I think I've seen this town before, but I forgot. But yeah. Wasn't really sure of the region. I guess it was kind of weird. I was scared of a northeast, but we had a wooden pole. So with the wooden pole, I was like, okay, it's probably Minas, but like it definitely looked like it could have been Bahia or something. But yeah, he goes Espirito Bahia, Minas Tripoint, which makes sense. And I don't know, he moves down actually. Yeah. He ends up going Espirito, which is valid. Yeah, Espirito, I look like the Espirito, I guess. And yeah, I'm in Minas. Like I feel like I've seen this before, so that's how I plunked like kind of close to it. But yeah, 1,000 points, we'll take it. Decent for Brazil standards. And then we got Bolivia right, or not Bolivia, Peru around here. And yeah, first stop was Cajamarca. Roofs look kind of northern, I guess. Plus random Gen 3 with like lots of trees equals click Cajamarca usually. And yeah, I ended up like hedging slightly south of Cajamarca. So I'm like, okay, it's not gonna be north of Cajamarca, so I just click like slightly south of it. In Huama Cocho, or however it's pronounced. But yeah, he's considering south as well. But that's why I hedged, because yeah, may as well get. I mean, at least 400 points, but you know, I get like 400 or something if it's scythe. So yeah, it wasn't too much. And then we got Brazil round, which I can't show because it says Picos on it. And I just forgot where Picos was. Like I knew I heard of it, but yeah, I zoom into Manaus because I thought it was a place in Manaus for some reason. Don't know what I was thinking of, but Preto, Prez, I don't know, Picos, I don't know what I was thinking of. But yeah, I thought it was a place in Manaus nonetheless. But then I just instantly go back to what my region guess is, which is Sergipe. And I look for a Picos, but I did not see a Picos, which is kind of surprising because it felt kind of big. So it's a bit surprising to not see it, but yeah, as you can see here, it's the second biggest city in PoE. I think after Terracina now. I mean, definitely based on this, it's up there. Maybe this is bigger, or Floriana. I mean, I don't know. The 4 other ones are like somewhat similar size, I think. So Picos is definitely up there. I probably should know it. I've definitely heard of it before, but yeah. Could have, wait, how much points can I lose? 1,700 times 3.5? Yeah, that's losable. Yeah, could have lost the game on that. Because that could have been, what, 5,950 points? So, would have been quite unfortunate to lose that. And, yeah, Sarawak here with the poll. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm decent enough at Sarawak region guessing. And, yeah, I just tried this wire route because it kind of lined up, plus it made sense, with my region guess. And yeah, I'm just like, it's kind of hard to find the curve, but Yeah. That's something that kind of worked, I guess. But yeah, it was like one curve for the north or one or two. But yeah, 1400 points, that's, we take those. Pretty good damage. And then we get a Brazil round. I want to Brazil the seat, which, can be daunting. But yeah, we have Piranha Pines, so it's never going to be too far off. So, although it's like the Piranha Pines always make it more random because like you can't miss the area, but it's just like reaping guessing a small enough area where you can lose like 3,000 points from all these. I low key thought it would be Piranha, but I was like, I'm just gonna head Santa Catarina because it's probably the play. Um, yeah. But something about the soil or something made me think it was more Piranha. But yeah, we both go in the same place, and there's actually Piranha on the border. I mean, if I have 5k, it's like, well, 2,000 points or something, so maybe should have committed, but yeah, I was scared it would be RS. And then a Mexico here. Very interesting round. So we have Ocean and West, which, there's two places in Mexico with Ocean and West. The West, or I guess there's three. The West Coast, Baja, and Yucatan. But probably wasn't Baja with the greenness. Oh, he instantly starts in Nayarit. That's interesting. I mean, my first thought was Nayarit, but I'd like zoomed into like I just didn't think the grid line made sense for Nayarit. So I'm like looking at Obregon, but then I go into Nayarit, which is what I thought was like what it looked like. So I didn't really know what to send. So I was kind of scared with 5x that I could lose a lot of points here. Um, but I was also like aware of the fact that I could win because I wasn't free per se. But how much points can I lose in that? Yeah, I could drop 6,000 points in that. 1,200 with 5x if he gets Nayarit, so I lose. Um, yeah, but we're happy with the win. But yeah, it was a scary round for sure. And then we get into NMPC. But actually, speaking of NMPC, I should announce. Well, it's not really my announcement, but I'll just cut to it. This was the announcement that NMPC reminded me of. So yeah, Bloom is hosting this tournament. I'm not sure how I stuck into an NMPC tournament with these goats, but shout out Bloom for hosting the tournament. But you can see the time here. And yeah, crazy roster of players. I'm definitely the worst NPC player here, but it's fine. 10 seconds makes it a little bit random. I don't do too bad with 10 seconds in the Rainbow Challenges. So, maybe it'll go fine, but it should be fun nonetheless. I think it's probably best of 3. There's only 8 people, I'm not sure. But yeah, we will see. But yeah, make sure to check this out. And yeah, back to the video. And yeah, wait. Yeah, so this was, yeah, I didn't pause in time. But yeah, Sweden round. I mean, you can already see what happened. I mean, there's road lines in the distance, they're just hard to see. So like there's road lines here. You can never see them on the screen, but there are road lines here. Very faintly in the distance, which I used to confirm Sweden, but I probably maybe would have went Sweden anyway, but I maybe even could have went Finland, but it was a good solid 855 points, which is always a good start. And then round 2 was a tricky round. Yeah, I wasn't sure here. I like Loki as I clicked guess here. I thought of like something that was a better guess. um, yeah, I got Czechia, and then I'm like thinking, what if it's Luxembourg? It wasn't Luxembourg, but it was Belgium on the border. So yeah, I don't know. He goes UK valid. But we do some points there. But it definitely should have been more if I didn't troll and send Luxembourg, because Luxembourg makes way more sense than Czechia, I feel. But yeah, Sri Lanka here. Won't be many points because, we have the poll. So can't really miss the country. But yeah, 224. Which is fine. And then we've got a tricky urban Africa round. I immediately thought it was Ghana, but like I wasn't sure. Like I thought it could be something else. But we have like I don't think it shows here. Actually, I guess it does. But on this sign it says something like something district or something. I don't know what it says. Or no, it's like something shopping center or something. So that's why I'm scanning. Like, I'm not just guessing. If you get me. But yeah, maybe I should have just insta guessed Accra because it looks like he's in Kenya briefly. So, yeah, then he probably realized driving left we would see the car if we were in Kenya. I think that's what made him switch. But yeah, he goes to Nigeria, which is valid. But yeah, Accra. So we do good points there, 3,700. I sent to 1,000 HP, so I know it's definitely my game to lose, but yeah. We get a Canada around here. It can be tricky. I thought it just looked more like Sask, but I definitely can see Alberta. Would probably be one of the two. I'm gonna try and line something up, but I'm never 5King list. There's too many roads. But yeah, that is enough for the win. I was happy with my NMPZ performance, so hopefully I don't fumble the Bloom tournament. But yeah, happy with the win, and we will go into the stats or the standings. So yeah, I'm up to 7th now, but when you adjust for points per game, I'm above Harrier and Moo, and I'm below Debray and Captain, I think. We have this from Kratzu. Try that Kratzu. I think it was Kratzu anyway. Where yeah, it's like because Franny isn't updated as of the time of recording this. Oh wait. Maybe it's updated. That's not. Maybe it's in the process of updating, but at least some of the games aren't fully updated. Which is kind of funny. But anyway, yeah. So, these are updated and these are last week. So, you can see like where it changed. So, Strefan went down a bit. Strefan down to 1.95, which is good for me, of course. Debris went from 2.2 to 2.14, which is good. Captain went from 2.05 to 2.1, and I went down from 2.1 to 2.095 to 2.04. But you know, I was against Consus this week, so it's not too bad to drop a little bit. So yeah, especially when you consider that before this week, Consus was clearly number one. So yeah, but he had a loss to Pan, I think, with some multi-merchanting occurred, we'll say. But yeah, and then Moo, I think, went down slightly. Lindley went down. Lyra went up a good bit though. So yeah, Lyra's definitely looking good for APAC, I would say. And yeah, we don't have the updated stats for average opponent yet to play and average opponent played, but yeah, Flyme is towards the bottom, but Consus is number one, so I guess it probably was about an average drop off in opponent, because if you add two other things that's from last week anyway, it's 3.3, and you know, it's like my average opponent yet to play is 1.6, so if you double that, on average I played someone higher than my average yet to play. So yeah, it makes sense that I get lower than my expected points per game, I guess, for the rest of the thing, if you get me. Because their average is 1.65 with the 3 point. Yeah, you get me. I'm over mathing it, but it's fine. But yeah, you can see anything else interesting happen? What happened with Harrier? Harrier didn't play. Oscar is the same. And then yeah, Lenley went down. Where was Sheena? Sheena went up a good bit. But yeah, you can see like standings is like me. Yeah, I'm just hoping to get 5th. That's the goal. I mean, MK went down a lot actually. I forgot about that. Because he had Blinky this week. So he had Blinky and Trickster, and I think Trickster 2-0'd him even, or beat him. I'm not sure if it was 2-0, but I think he won if I recall correctly. I mean, I can check on this page, right? Yeah, he lost 2-0 to Trickster, and Blinky beat him by 1. And then he 2-0'd Swan Gambit to get him some points for the week. But definitely, you know, helps me a lot. Although it probably doesn't matter because you would expect MK to get some points in the Americas anyway. So even if I do drop, like, you know, it's kind of like a safety net, right? Because as I was mentioning in the video last week, it's like if let's say I'm above MK, right? Or then there's only 3 people in Americas that can get points. So by the end of it, if there's only one ahead of me, there's a maximum of 4 that can be ahead of me at the end. But if there's 2 people above me, then 3 people can get points. In theory, there's a maximum of 3 that can get it. But if you look at what Crafty has done here, you have final expected points based off of points per game. And as you can see, I'm over 15 above Gingy and Orlando. So, you know, in order for 3 people to pass me, you would need Moo to get the 15 points, and you'd need Gingy and Orlando to get 25 and 40, which, you know, they're good players, of course, but, you know, Radu is probably getting 40 points, if we're being honest with ourselves. So it's like, you know, in theory, any placement is good, even though MK is also likely to get points. And then, yeah, it's looking like Lero is going to be quite close. There's a chance I can get 15 ahead of Oscar because I'm not too far off. I'm 3 points, like it's just a 3 points shift to be 15 ahead of Oscar, which would be good because then, yeah, it would mean that the only way for 3 people in APAC to pass me would be if Lero gets third, because Lero is the only one that needs only 15 to pass me. But I would be expecting Lero to get top 2 in APAC, maybe, depending. I mean, but he's playing very well, I feel. And like after a rough start, he started playing really well. So I think in the APAC regional, he would play quite well, allegedly. That's my theory anyway. But yeah, definitely aiming to pass Debris, I would say. But who did Debris have? He went down 1-0 against Moo and then 1-2-1, right? Or was that? Am I misremembering? Wait, no. No, that was Lenley. Oh, yeah, that was Moo Lenley, right? Or wait, no, that was Moo no, Moo Captain, right? Wait. Yeah, that was. I'm pretty sure that was Moo Captain. Yeah. And yeah, Zigzag Captain next week, and I have Zigzag as well. So yeah, whoever does better against Zigzag will pass each other out, it looks like. I mean, depending. If he loses and I win, then I'll go up above him. But I also have Yannick next week. So you know, hopefully I can play well. But yeah, anyway, I'm yapping so much. I'm sorry, but as you like, yeah, you can see what I'm saying with like the try and pass out Debris, because then if I pass out Debris, it's like if I like end 5th, right? Then I'm assuming there's gonna be 3 Americas above me at the end: Radu, MK, Moo, or Radu, MK, Gingy, or Orlando. Like if one of them gets 25 points and Moo doesn't get the 15. And then so 3 Americas will be above me. So that will move me into 6th, because Moo will go above me. And then I assume 2 APAC will go above me, so I'll move into 8th. And then at EMEA, only 4 people can pass me out in theory. So if I'm 8th, I can go 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, but I always say top 12. So if I'm 8th overall after APAC and America's regionals, then I'm guaranteed before the EMEA regional even gets played, or EMEA major gets played, I'm guaranteed to make it to World Cup, which is what I'm going for. And I think 5th helps me with that a lot. Like 5th versus 6th is like, yeah. I mean, 5th versus 7th is going to be very tight. And I mean, even Stefan and Harry are pretty close as well. What were Stefan and Harry's matchups? So Captain has easy matchups. Then Lee's like had easy matchups, but I think he had relatively hard matchups for this week, so he went down, but you know, he can definitely get bounce back. And Debris got hard matchups, allegedly. And then Harrier is about even, yeah. But yeah, me and Captain definitely having the easiest matchups, I would say. And then now that he played his 2 hard ones as well. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. The goal is to get end 5th, because then it's very high chance I get to the World Cup, and that's like the one goal I'm going for. So yeah, of course I could also do well at the major and then be safe anyway, but I would like no pressure at the major, I suppose. But yeah, sorry for all the yap. I hope you enjoyed the yap, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye and peace.